Deep within the shimmering expanse of fairyland, where rivers of liquid starlight flowed and the sky bloomed in endless auroras, there existed a law older than time itself: no fairy could love a human. Yet, Lyra, the Tooth Fairy, had defied that very law. Her heart had been captured by Queen Evelyn of Eldoria, a human ruler with a spirit as fierce as the northern winds. Their love, whispered in the secret corners of the world, led to a miracle: a daughter named Aurora. Born of two worlds, Aurora possessed the boundless magic of the fairies and the unshakable will of humankind. Golden wings adorned her back, but her eyes held the fire of mortal ambition. She was unlike any creature before her, a being who straddled the line between magic and mortality. For years, Lyra and Evelyn kept their daughter hidden from both worlds, raising her between the enchanted glades of fairyland and the grand halls of Eldoria's palace. But secrets, no matter how fiercely guarded, cannot remain hidden forever. One fateful evening, as Aurora danced beneath the silver moon, her magic flared, an uncontrollable surge that rippled across dimensions. In that instant, the Fairy Council felt her existence. The next day, the skies above Eldoria darkened. A battalion of armored fairies, their wings sharp as glass, descended upon the human kingdom. At their head was High Chancellor Morvana, her face a mask of cold fury. "The balance of our worlds is delicate," she declared, her voice echoing across the palace courtyard. "A half-blood heir is an abomination. The child must be eradicated." Evelyn stepped in front of her daughter, sword drawn. Lyra's wings flared with desperate defiance. "She is no abomination," Lyra cried. "She is the future." Morvana's eyes narrowed. "Then she must prove it. If she can ascend the throne of fairyland, she may live. But if she fails, she dies." Aurora, barely 17, was given an impossible choice: accept her fate and be slain, or claim a throne she had never known, in a land that wanted her dead. With steel in her gaze, she made her decision. "I will prove that I belong." Aurora's journey to the fairyland throne was not a coronation, it was a crucible. The Fairy Council, eager to see her fail, decreed that she must undergo the trials of ascension, a series of brutal tests only the rightful queen could survive. The trial of wings was first. They cast her into the storm rift, where hurricane winds howled like enraged spirits. A true fairy could navigate the tempest with ease, but Aurora's wings, still learning their strength, failed her. The winds threw her like a ragdoll, slamming her against jagged cliffs. She refused to surrender. Through sheer will, she pushed forward, her body battered, her magic barely flickering. At the last moment, she let go of fear, and in doing so, her wings responded. She soared through the chaos, emerging victorious. Next came the trial of shadows. Deep within the hollow veil, she was forced to confront a mirror version of herself, one that whispered of her unworthiness, of the impossibility of her reign. The shadow Aurora taunted her. "You are neither fairy nor human. You belong to no one. You will always be alone." But Aurora, instead of fighting the shadow, embraced it. "I am both, and that makes me stronger than you could ever understand." The shadow shrieked and vanished into nothingness. Words spread like wildfire. Whispers turned to gasps, then to cheers. The half-blood princess was winning. But the final trial would be the deadliest of all, the trial of the crown. The crown of fairyland, forged from the heart of the first star, was hidden in the labyrinth of eternity, an ever-shifting maze filled with illusions and traps. No fairy had ever reached its center. Aurora entered, alone. For days, she wandered. Time lost meaning. The labyrinth toyed with her mind, showing her visions of her mother, of a life where she could run away, be safe, be ordinary. But Aurora had made her choice long ago. With one final act of defiance, she closed her eyes and listened, not with her ears, but with her heart. The labyrinth had been built to confuse, but its magic could not deceive the daughter of a tooth fairy. She sensed the true path, following the pull of destiny, until she stood before the star-forged crown. The moment she touched it, the earth trembled. The sky split open, revealing an ocean of golden light. The Fairy Council fell silent. The ancient magic had spoken. Aurora was the rightful queen. But she was not finished. Stepping forward, her voice rang across fairyland and Eldoria alike. "I am not just the queen of fairies. I am not just the daughter of a human queen. I am the bridge between two worlds." With a wave of her hand, she tore down the barrier between the fairy and human realms. Magic surged, flowing freely between both lands for the first time in history. The war between fairies and humans ended that day. Aurora ruled not with blood, but with love. And she became the most legendary queen of all time.